Everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 hertz is the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant-based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in our nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and to get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically, set attention to your mind, and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. So today I'm going to talk on how to bring yourself out of overthinking, okay? And this is gonna pair in right with simplicity and simplifying things. Okay, so let's get into this. So overthinking is something that pretty much is found within everybody, especially these days, because the fact that we're pretty much being conditioned to live over excessively within the mind, you know, and the rise of technology as well. We're using technology more and more often, and technology is literally an exteriorization of our mind. Okay, this is the mind, the phone, the technology, the internet is the mind that I'm using. We've exteriorized it and we have technologically integrated it. So the more that we're using technology, the more we're using our minds, right? Which is not a bad thing. But a lot of people are seeing it as like a type of ailment, right? That they can't control their thought, or that they're suffering intelligence, they're suffering their thought complexities. And this is only because people, we don't know how to use the intelligence, right, that we're being given, and we're kind of just falling into a state of suffering because we're over complexifying things, right? This is the way I see it. I'm sure there's many different ways to see it, right? But they can all be tied in as well. If you really begin to observe it within a simplicity, you're going to be able to see that all of the ailment that is pretty much coming with the overcomplication of things ties in with whatever is going to be observed from a simplicity, okay? Because this is what simplicity does. It's going to allow you to observe things, and is going to allow you to liberate yourself to come into a simplicity rather than being in a complexification that is going to continue entangling you, right? Not that complexes are bad, it's just that life doesn't need to be complex ever. It is simple. Life is simple, and it should always be simple, right? Before you get into complexities, life is a simple thing, and this is where we're going to derive our life energy from, simplicity, right? And then we get into complexities, but the entanglement has gotten deep, right? The karma has definitely been generated, and we're accumulating more and more karma without burning it. So it's starting to densify, right? Put us in a more dense state, and the state is creating more and more corruption, because the densification, I want to say, comes with corruption. and the corruption is leading to more sufferable states amongst the mass within Maya, right? So it's Maya, and the more that you simplify things, the more that you're going to be able to see that it is Maya, which Maya is illusion. This means that the world is an illusion, right? Because it is. It's like a cosmic drama, and that's the truth of it. It's energy in fluctuation, and you can bend it to your will. You can do anything, right? Because it's a dream. That's the nature of reality. But we like to agree that it's a set, right? It's supposed to be set a specific way. The Matrix or Maya, it's supposed to be a world, right? So that we can continue existing and continue living amongst each other, right? But there's no separation, and we as each other don't actually exist, because there's only one organism, and if there's only one organism, there's none, because one is none. One is zero, and that's why binary is ones and zeros. So the only reason that we agree in living within Maya, the world or the Matrix, is to continue existing. Otherwise, we don't exist, and we literally die, but not in the way that you've been taught, right? Because that's not death, but just simply non-existing, right? So that's simplifying your life. Simplifying your life is coming back into oneness, and complexes or complexifying your life is living in entanglement, living in karma, right? You could be living in the world very, very complex, but you can also be living in the world very simple as well. You can be in a state of oneness within the illusory world, and you can help other people to liberate themselves, to come back into a state of oneness or simplification, to derive more life energy, to continue lighting flame. Or you can continue in complex, making life a very complex thing, but it's not a complex thing at all. And overthinking comes from the very complexities, because mental complexes keep you overthinking, right? Within the world, within Maya, you're kept thinking 24/7, right? And this is where the ailment is coming from. This is where the chronic neurosis is, or the mental disorder collectively is within the 24/7 thinking, right? People are thinking 24/7 because this is the way the world wants them. This is the way they're taught in school. We're taught in school to continue thinking our entire life, right? And that's sickness. So the world, society is teaching you how to be mentally ill. And when you begin to simplify things, you can kind of dissolve away all of that, right? You can begin to heal it, because you're coming back into a oneness. You're coming back into tree of life, right? Where you can derive your life energy, and life energy, when you are reconnecting yourself with the source of life energy, you're raising your life, so your health is raising up, right? Meaning you're healing yourself. That's how you heal yourself. You have to raise your life energy up, and the only way to do that is connecting yourself with the source of life, which is through simplifying, right? You simplify things, come into a oneness, universal consciousness, universal connection, actually. And then you can kind of start to dissolve away the various different layers of conditioning that has been piled into your mind, or drilled into your mind from birth, and all throughout school and even after school, until you're dead, right? Because they're going to keep doing that. Society will keep doing that until you're dead if you let them, right? But you're not supposed to let them. You're supposed to simplify things, and you're supposed to reconnect with nature so that you can heal yourself on a deep subconscious level, because that's where a lot of it is. It's subconscious that it's happening, or even the unconscious, right? Even more is happening in the unconscious that is probably never going to be known about because it's unaware, but you can integrate that. But simplification, you dissolve away the complexities of mind, that have been given to you. They have been built in you to pretty much hold certain identities within yourself, so you can function as a pawn of society rather than an actual being. They want you like a tool or a robot, which is why they're programming you, conditioning you, and building false identifications within you via mental complexities, and they're doing this 24/7 all throughout your life. They do that because they don't want you to be soulful, or they don't want you liberated. They don't want you to be enlightened. They want you a robot, or they want you to be very soulless, right? And it's only kind of getting worse because we're kind of getting closer to technological assimilation, right? Where we merge with technology. They start releasing technological enhancements, and people participate in this, and the mental enslavement becomes even more integrated, right? So you got to reconnect with nature, right? And take back your life, take back your energy, take back your power, and heal yourself before you continue living within the system of slavery. And this is not something new. This has been happening forever, cyclically, throughout the various different millennia. This has been happening all throughout ancient civilizations, forever, right? For eons, it's been happening, and we're kind of just cycling in it. So you got to once you start reconnecting with nature, you can kind of observe these cycles beyond time and space, and you can kind of integrate yourself to develop beyond what you as a soul have always been doing, right? So you can enlighten yourself, and you can liberate yourself beyond the normacy that you have been led to participate in, right? And even existing in like reincarnation systems, because you don't have to be in a reincarnation system. You can liberate yourself from it, right? And you can break the bondage of karma that is accumulated by your soul. So it begins with simplification. You simplify everything in your life. Don't make it complex, because it's not a complex thing. And as you begin to simplify, things like overthinking become very clear what it is. It's literally just a system of complexity, and a system of slavery, and a system of ailment that is kind of being conditioned into people, right? They want people overthinking. They want people thinking 24/7, because That's the only way they're going to keep people controlled, right? Mentally controlled. And they want you mentally controlled. They want to control your mind so that you're a slave, okay? And that's pretty much all there is to it, right? So I do thank everybody for watching. Once again, peace out, one love, and have a great evening.